The first Dream Chaser test item is ready for its first flight after decades of research and testing. The space shuttle was a mainstay of the industry in the past, having completed over 100 flights carrying both crew and cargo. Because of its special design, it could land on a runway and then be reused again. But it was far from ideal, and in 2011 it was finally retired. As we speak, a brand new, cutting-edge spacecraft is preparing to take off, ushering in Dream Chaser's hectic future. This comprises several versions intended for both personnel and cargo, a scaled-down version, folding wings, and an array of features intended to enhance previous designs. As they get ready for launch in just a few months, this news from Sierraspace is timely. I'll go into greater detail on Dream Chaser Tenacity's completion, the last preparations before launch, the significance of this mission, and more here. Dream Chaser was first made known to the public in 2004. It wasn't even Sierraspace that was working on the project at the time. It was Space Dev, a distinct group. Having said that, the parent corporation of Sierraspace, Sierra Nevada Corporation, purchased Space Dev and the Dream Chaser spaceplane a few years after the project was initiated in 2008. Since then, as the business evolved and put this car together, we've witnessed several tests and advancements. But this morning, we received what was likely the most significant update in the project's more than 10 years of development. Here is what CEO Tom Vise of Sierraspace tweeted. We've arrived at a profound milestone in both our company's journey and our industry's future. The Dream Chaser fleet's first car, Tenacity, is finished and will be sent to NASA's Neil Armstrong test facility in the upcoming weeks. This included a picture of the whole Sierraspace crew with Tenacity fully shown in the backdrop. The vehicle's front thrusters and other elements are seen in a different, closer-up photo that the business has given. Thousands of thermal tiles are scattered throughout the body, and visible are the folded wings required to fit within the fairings of United Launch Alliance's Vulcan rocket. Today we proudly revealed the fruits of years of passionate determination, countless breakthrough innovations, and relentless commitment, Sierraspace said in a statement released by the firm. The Dream Chaser spacecraft is quite amazing. This vehicle will ship to NASA's Ohio site sometime in the next few weeks for final testing prior to launch approval. It's interesting to note that Tenacity had visited this location previously and performed several checkouts. In particular, Sierraspace and NASA successfully finished a collaborative thermal vacuum demonstration test at the site earlier this year. The test was conducted ahead of the integrated Dream Chaser spacecraft environmental testing, which are scheduled to take place in a few weeks. The test confirmed NASA's in-space propulsion facilities' capability to reach extremes of heat and cold in a vacuum, and it also collected vital data required to improve the precision and integrity of models used to forecast thermal conditions and vehicle performance. It went smoothly, and a couple more tests will be finished later this month. After testing is completed, Dream Chaser Tenacity will be prepared for shipping to Florida so that it can be installed onto Vulcan, if all goes well. Tenacity will lift off on its initial launch and then make an attempt to dock with the International Space Station. Before splitting off and making an attempt to re-enter Earth's atmosphere, it will carry goods and remain stationed at the station for a few months. It will attempt a runway landing to finish the first mission if it is successful. When Dream Chaser was given one of the CRS-2 contracts back in January 2016, NASA promised to fund at least 6 resupply flights to the International Space Station. The primary purpose of this first voyage is to demonstrate the capabilities and functionality of this new vehicle. If all goes according to plan, Dream Chaser flights will increase as the business finishes the missions it has contracted with NASA regarding the precise launch date of this inaugural flight. Certain details remain unclear. The company's most recent goal was to target December of next month. On the other hand, there have been numerous delays with Dream Chaser's vehicle, ULA's Vulcan. The initial Vulcan launch, which will not include Dream Chaser, is scheduled for December 24th or Christmas Eve. Tenacity will be launched with the second Vulcan. Because of this, the second launch won't occur until January or February of 2024 at the latest, even assuming the first Vulcan mission goes as planned. Furthermore, a few months prior, Sierraspace's chief executive, Tom Vise, stated that the business was still working toward launching its cargo Dream Chaser vehicle for the first time as early as December. Most significantly, he stated that he anticipated Dream Chaser to launch within a window that runs into early February after being fully integrated with its launch vehicle by December. This coincides with the amount of time that NASA and Sierraspace required to finish the last tests. The last space shuttle mission took place in 2011, which was the last time we witnessed a spacecraft launch. Though Tenacity is a spaceplane as well, it is not the same as the shuttle. The multi-mission Dream Chaser spaceplane is designed to accommodate various low Earth orbit requirements. Customers from within and outside the country can specify the vehicle configuration, launch point, destination, and landing site, length, as well as numerous other factors. Tenacity, which is 30 feet or 9 meters long, roughly a fifth of the length of the Space Shuttle orbiter, represents an unmanned spiritual successor to the Space Shuttle, according to a comment from Sierraspace. The pressurized volume of Tenacity, with the cargo module and spaceplane included, is 33 cubic meters. Not only does this improve the spaceplane's sustainability and maneuverability, but it also helps with the soft one. 5G runway landings, which are perfect for cargo that is brittle. Tenacity is compatible with an extensive range of launch vehicles and will be launched in a stowed mode behind a 5-meter payload ferry, which will greatly increase its flexibility by lowering the vehicle's ascent loads and shielding it from debris. During a test flight in 2017, Sierraspace tested the Dream Chaser hardware in an atmospheric flight that was conducted autonomously. The Dream Chaser test vehicle demonstrated the spaceplane's distinctive lifting body design when it descended over the California desert and automatically extended its landing gear to touchdown on the runway at NASA's Armstrong Flight Research Center in Edwards, California. Tenacity will use internally built thrusters with 3 distinct thrust modes for in-orbit movement. The business intends to equip the spacecraft known as Shooting Star with a sizable module in addition to the spaceplane itself. A versatile 15-feet transport and freight vehicle, the Shooting Star cargo module is designed to be attached to the Dream Chaser spacecraft. Dream Chaser can carry up to 12,000 pounds of pressurized and unpressurized cargo into low Earth orbit with the assistance of the Shooting Star. Regarding the heat shield, every part of the spacecraft has thousands of distinct individual tiles affixed to it. In addition to the exterior glass layer, which helps regulate heat absorption, is what distinguishes black from white. Every tile has a different design and varies in terms of thickness, density, size, and shape. Tens of thousands of tiles were utilized by the Space Shuttle in the past, which caused certain problems. S&C engineers have, however, been able to update the TPS tiles from what was utilized during NASA's shuttle program with more creativity, better technology, and by using lessons learned. According to Sierraspace, they boost strength and lower costs by using more advanced production techniques. Dream Chaser tiles are roughly 10 inches by 10 inches, which is another distinction between the tiles. Dream Chaser tiles are stronger and had a heavier ladder than the shuttle program's tiles, which were only 6 inches by 6 inches. Must fulfill all requirements related to micrometeorite orbital debris, or MMOD, in order to guarantee safe send-out and runway landings for missions involving oil or cargo. These modifications, along with others, are meant to increase the TAL's dependability and ease of refurbishment. Sierraspace has been training the crews who will be on the International Space Station when the vehicle arrives, in addition to the impending physical testing of Tenacity. In this instance, in advance of Dream Chaser delivery to the ISS, several NASA astronaut crews have visited Sierraspace facility for in-depth training on the vehicle, hardware, and scenarios related to rendezvous and proximity operations. Subject matter experts from Sierraspace are leading this program, which combines classroom instruction with training inside a life-size Dream Chaser mock-up. In order to get ready for the return of spacecraft and the first flight of Dream Chaser Tenacity, a few SpaceX personnel that were involved in a Dragon launch have finished this training and have spent many months at the station. After completing a few more tests, Dream Chaser Tenacity will be ready to be sent to Florida and integrated for flight. After many years of development and testing, this particular mission has taken decades to complete. If it is effective, the industry can anticipate a rise in flights and the reintroduction of regular spaceplane missions. We'll have to wait and see how things develop, as well as how they affect the space sector. As always, this is Cosmic Era. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more content like this. And until next time,